Storm Watch 12 weather with Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman.
One of the reasons we're concerned about flooding, even here in southern Oregon and northern California, is we now have quite a snowpack in our higher elevations. Take a look at the snowy scene of Klamath Falls, but we'll see snow transition to rain for basically everybody as we head into tomorrow. We've already seen that change over in Mount Shasta City. Still pretty snowy in the basin along the Cascades and Siskiyous, but snow levels tonight will stay right around 4,000, 4,500 feet, and then they're going to climb tomorrow by afternoon, getting up to 7,000 feet. So that's going to be a big transition. We're also going to continue to see more waves of precipitation rolling through the area, some moderate to heavy. There may be lulls at time, but it is going to be a soggy Thursday for southern Oregon and northern California. Low temperatures are probably right now for most areas. We're not going to see really a significant drop in temperatures because of that milder air moving in and those snow levels climbing into tomorrow. We still have some winter weather advisories though, just because there will be some snow overnight into the morning to impact travel over the Cascades and Siskiyous, basically elevations above 4,500 feet. We have these winter weather advisories in place. Here's a look at additional snowfall, up to several inches for parts of the Cascades and Siskiyous and some of the higher terrain areas above 4,500 feet in southern Siskiyou County. Tomorrow, we got a wet and blustery day ahead. Winds are going to crank up, though, further by tomorrow evening and night ahead of a storm system that's developing out in the Pacific. We'll talk more about that in a bit, but we will be concerned more about flooding tomorrow. Excessive rain, as well as starting to see those snow levels getting higher, some melting, that runoff. It will exacerbate the situation, and that's why we do have a moderate risk for flash flooding for parts of Curry, Josephine, and Siskiyou counties. Snow levels will be going up, as I mentioned, by the time we get towards late in the day. Even Crater Lake is going to be looking at rain instead of snow. There is a storm system we're watching later Friday into Saturday, and that will drop snow levels back down with potentially some more slippery travel in our higher elevations. We'll be watching that closely. But tomorrow, Friday, the big concern is going to be flooding. This is a look at additional rainfall through Friday. We could see some totals down in Siskiyou County because of this atmospheric river up to 4 to 8 inches, especially in the Mount Shasta area. And that is why we've had that flood warning extended into southern and southeast Siskiyou County, also still including western Siskiyou County, Josephine, and Curry counties through 12 a.m. on Saturday. River, stream, as well as low-lying areas will be prone to the potential for flooding, as well as burn scar areas. We'll need to watch that for debris flows, rock falls on some of the roads in the region, as we have a duo of low pressures. This one was our former bomb cyclone, but this is another storm that's going to strengthen pretty quick. It may actually approach a bomb cyclone status, but it's going to keep this atmospheric river basically pointed here at southern Oregon and especially in northern California. Tropical moisture really starting to flood into the region, and that will bring that concern for flooding in southern Oregon and northern California. And these two lows interacting together, it's called the Fujiwara effect, and they rotate around each other. And unfortunately, that's just going to keep things very active for us even through this weekend. You can see precipitation I have mapped on here. Quite a bit of rain. The heaviest precipitation will be in northern California, but here in southern Oregon and northern California, we'll definitely be watching for flooding issues. We do have also some high wind warnings and watches that have been posted. We're going to get some strong winds with that secondary low pressure system, especially into tomorrow night. Look how winds crank up. Could see gusts over 60 miles per hour at the coast, Shasta Valley, also some windy weather for the Rogue Valley and higher terrain areas in the region. So Stormcast showing more rounds of precipitation as we go through Thursday into Thursday night, higher snow levels, and it stays very active for Friday into Friday night. But notice how those snow levels lower as we head into Friday night. Your 7-day forecast, a soggy stretch of weather. We'll also be concerned about flooding and strong winds again. Thursday night, gusts up to 65 miles per hour possible. Northern California, higher snow levels the next couple of days, but the big concern will be those excessive rainfall amounts and the potential for flooding. For the Klamath Basin, snow changing to rain for our Thursday. We'll likely get some more wintry weather though Friday night into Saturday. The mountains, some better travel weather as we switch over to rain, but the snow levels do come back down later Friday into Saturday, staying pretty active into early next week. And then for the Rogue Valley, soggy weather the next couple of days. We'll also have that concern for some flooding as well. And the wet weather sticks around through the weekend. More storm systems to keep an eye on even into early next week.